Hey everyone, it's Mark Zielinski, and it is Champions time again. I am sitting here with my co-host Matthias. What's happening?
A lot, I think. We have a new year, new boxes, great news for everyone out there, and a lot to talk about. So, first
And you
things
missed the big
first,
thing.
the big thing. Let's
Yeah.
start small with the last thing from last year. It's the Salamanders got finally released as print on demand and STL release. It's a case company box. We got a little bit surprised by it because we know the champion was already known. We expect the Gecko-Dan to be there. Also, the cavalry, I expected a different unit in here, and we got a very new unit that's like new to the game completely, which are some, how to say, frozen in or winter sleep salamanders from ancient times. So I guess they can be doubled down as ancients for Kings of War itself. But we have basically 4 very new model types for the company box, and I think this is something amazing. And Mark, you are gonna go with the STLs or try the print on demand service?
Yeah, I decided I was so excited I did both. So I bought, as a matter of fact, I ordered my print on demand salamander box last night. So along with another box that we'll talk about later. But yeah, no, I had it. I went in with the all in on the STLs when they were released on the vault. And so I got the parts and pieces that I needed, and I tried printing them on my FDM printer, and then though okay. And big shout out to Simon for helping me out with sending me some of his settings and things like that. So they were all right, but you know what? I really wanted a nice set of them. So, and I wanted to try out the print on demand service to see how it works. And so what the heck? So, but I have the cards. I've got kind of stand-ins for the models right now, but
Yeah.
I just went ahead and ordered them. So how about you?
Yeah, I'm undecided for now. Um, I really want to try the print on demand service. Just to check how it looks because it's something new that Mantic is trying. So checking out the quality, making a review if needed, and things like that. So this is like I'm very curious on how things they work, what to expect, and like that. On the other hand, I am planning to get a salamander army for my little one to his birthday in autumn. So going with the SDL so that we can start from there and print some more models if he needs is a good choice as well. So I'm still undecided to where to start. But it's like, let's see. We've
Do
also
you
seen
have the
the
resin printer?
no.
Nope. Yeah.
That's the issue for now. I don't have it. So we have FDM, but no resin printer. And I have some people who could print it for me, but this is always a tricky one with availability, reliability, and who has time to print and things like that. So I need to check out if one of the guys has some time and love to print them for me. I may go with the STLs. Otherwise, I'm going with the print on demand just to try it out once and see what's happening.
Yeah, they
Uh,
printed okay on the FDM, to be honest with you. So, I got the Commandant
mm,
printed. He turned out pretty well. Some gaps, but you have that. And then I did print out some of the cavalry that you got right there. So, um, checking those out, and I just haven't assembled the pieces, but they looked pretty good. I had a couple of
hmm,
fails, but overall, and that I'm going to reorient them and bring them out. They're just in a lot of pieces, and so I thought, I'm just going to do the print on demand. Plus, I want to support it. I want there to be a demand for the print on demand, so I
mm.
created a little bit, at least from my standpoint, and and on top of that, it helped me get my shipping from Mantic direct. So it all
Yeah,
worked
that's
out,
always
and yeah, so yeah, hey, got
help.
to give it a try. So
Yeah. I think also some parts of the Champions box were with the last or previous Vault packs. I think the rules and the ancients were in there. The other ones were missing, so you could still. So I think the existing players could improvise with the champions when you have some salamander parts to just get the rules from the Vault with the pack. And for everyone else, the STL pack is there. Also, I think, are the rules free accessible at the moment, or for the
well,
salamanders?
I know you get them with the all in. I don't know if they are accessible. Oh, you know what? I take that back. I believe that somebody said that you can grab them from the downloads. I went to take a look, but I already own them. So of
Yeah,
course
that's
they're
the same for
available to
me.
me.
It's
So
I own them because I have the Vault package, so I got the rules there. So it's hard to check if they are free or not if you already have them in your download folder, and
right,
just
right.
creating a second account to check if something is free or not. So, but I think they could be available out there for free.
I think
People
they
need to
are. I
check.
think they're
Yeah,
available if you go to your account and then you go to downloads. I know that shows your downloads, but I think there's a free download thing, and I believe it's in there. Um, Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you can
yeah.
get a hold of them. So, which is nice because they're the first freely available,
Mm.
able to get rules for a champions company. So,
Yep. Sad thing is they're not gonna be translated at the moment. I asked for confirmation. They said there are no plans to translate the company or the Salamander company rules for now because they are free. But the core rule book is available in different languages as a PDF. I think Spanish, French, and German in addition to
yep.
English. So there you go. If it's easier to start with your kids and things in your local language, get the PDF if the printed book is not available. Maybe we get Mantic to make sometime in the future print on demand service for the books as well. Could be worth it.
Right.
And
There's many print on demand publishing services out there.
yeah,
So,
because I know Ronnie always hesitates with translated book because if people don't buy them and they are too around for too long, and then you got issues with being outdated, and then again no one buys it because so a print on demand for a translated book might be something to think about in future. Otherwise, everyone with who has a print shop nearby can just purchase the PDF and let it print out there to get a nice soft cover book. That's always an option. And
absolutely.
well, so far for that. So
There you go. What you got
Hellthorn.
up next? Yeah, the
No, I was just
Hailthorn.
looking at Hellthorn. I couldn't recall the name exactly, so I had to look it up. It's the Hellthorn. They're not the ancients, they're the Hellthorn, which are the like ancients, because the actual salamander ancients are just battle hardened veterans, while those are really the ancient salamanders. So different in style.
Right. We'll see what
Next,
comes with this Ancients upgrade kit and everything
yeah,
that we're talking about. I think that's going to get released in the vault as one of the packs.
yeah.
So, but we can talk about that later. What else you got up for the news?
What else we got? We got a Xiakali Champions box, and this is something. Well, we knew it was coming. It was always we knew who the champion was, but it was a big speculation on what actually is inside. And obviously, we have some Hemicon infantry. We have the Yarn warriors there, and we have the Wildfangs. Which honestly, I expected it to be the Pathfinder unit, the shooty guys.
That's what I wanted. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah. But I'm happy with those as well. I mean, it's okay. I mean, the combination is you get the 3 new kits inside, so this is fine. The Yarn being the warriors and not the shooting option, it's also okay. And outside from the Hemicon, it looks like you can manage to get some leftover models out there to improvise for an army growth later on. But I like the composition in general. It's you get one of everything, and the units are there. You have some leftover bits for the shooty guys. So if you really want one of the large monsters to shoot, you could still place it in there just to make a two Wildfangs and one of the Pathfinder just for the style, if you want to, or put one of them in the Hemicons just as a support, so you can mix and match a little bit depending on what you want. Because those are all double kits, so you're not locked into those specific models, but of course you have to need to use those rules, but you can switch out the models if you like the others more.
Right, absolutely. Well, I ordered this one last night as well to go along with the salamanders, so
yeah,
definitely have this one coming. I also have to note that the champions are now individually available to you if you want to go out and buy them, and just buy the champion, and then you can fill in with any models that you have at home. And then you're saying, Mark, what about the rules? Well, we'll get to that in a little bit. So, but I almost bought 2 of this guy. So, but I'm thinking to myself, what would I do with it? It's like, he's so cool, but do I really need to? So I held off and I bought something else to fill out my cart for the free shipping. But yeah, it worked out okay. So, but yeah, very happy. I love this model. He's actually my avatar over on Facebook for the Champions Fanatics page. So,
I mean, we are now entering the stage where just buying for the existing Kings of War players to enter Champions is now a valid option as well. I mean, the individual models are obviously released for 4th edition Kings of War because they have rules there so that people who play Kings of War can have them without going into Champions. But if you already have some Kings of War models and want to try out Champions now, you could improvise getting the champion models and make some company there as well. We also got the individual releases for Alanis and the Bloody Cardinal, which were expected already. So we have now about 4 new company boxes at the beginning of 2026, which is something great to expand on. So everyone who, how to say, can now finish their collection if they want to.
Be like Mark.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep, that was my goal, but I'm not buying as much as I would love to have the boxes for Alanis and the Bloody Cardinal. I've already got enough starter sets, so I'm not going to be buying them because I don't need them. But maybe sometime down the road, if I find them for a good price or something I can't pass up, I might do it. But yeah, very cool. It's nice that they're released. Particularly those Basileans, they are a good force. I think Alanis is a good company, particularly for beginners. I think they've got a nice mix because they've got the Cavs, the shooting, and the melee unit along with the champion. So I like that company a lot. So.
Yeah, I think it's also a good intro for Kings of War as well, because you get the champions, you get the knights and the infantry. Although you need the crossbows for champions, it's the same frame, so you can make the 3 different units out of it. So this is very usable for Kings of War as well. So might even be worth to get 2 of them, like if you already have the 2-player starter set and now think about of expanding into Kings of War, getting the set again just for the other models in there.
Yeah, not a bad idea. You could sell off the extra Alanis if you need to. Yeah. So.
Or convert her into a general or something like that, because swapping out the arms for the weapons from the infantry kit, and you get like a dictator or a Bess out for the Basileia. So those are options. I think a head swap would be more complicated, but still possible. So you can easily convert her into a different hero if you just need a second one for Kings of War. So there's that. And this brings us to the next news topic. So I'm rushing everything a little bit today. Sorry for that.
It's okay. We got lots to cover today in a short period of time.
And I want to cover the slow grow league a little bit now, because we had a big announcement from Mantic. Then they want to start a Kings of War 4th edition slow grow challenge in 4 steps with 500 points each. And the first step is either 500 points ambush or a champions company. And obviously, we had to cover this because it's champions, a good way to start. So
Absolutely.
if everyone wants to expand their champions boxes to a full Kings of War army now, here's your challenge from Mantic himself. And about 6 weeks for painting a champions box is also a nice window to go. And even if you don't want to play the game, want to play with the 2-player starter sets, you now have all individual boxes available. So you really can choose on which flavor you really like and go with the company you like most. And yeah, I think I'm not sure if I'm taking part or not.
Well, I think I'm going to, but I'm going to modify it too. I've got one or two ways to go. I was going to do Zerkali when we talked to Alex on upcoming show. It may or may not have been released yet when you see this, dear listener. But yeah, I talked about doing Zerkali. I don't have them yet, so I do have the starter set, and I guess I could get started now that I know the contents of the company. But I don't have Wild Fangs, so I'm thinking maybe I'll do ogres. But the other thing I'm thinking is instead of doing a 2,000 point army, I've got 4 stages. I'm going to do 4 champions companies. You know, make that kind of my own. So that sounds like a doable challenge. So,
I mean, it's perfectly fine to modify everything from this to want. And I think 4 champions boxes to get playing is an even goal to a full Kings of War army. So there's that. And I really like that one because it's a nice goal. So everyone who wants out there focusing or stay focused on champions, the challenge is there for you as well. Take part with Mark, share your pictures on the different champions to you paint over time if you don't want to go in the full Kings of War army. And I myself, I'm a little bit undecided at the moment because it's like having the 2-player set, and I am a little bit, or how to say, thinking about doing an Abyss army for Kings of War. But at the same time, I've already started building an Ogre army in December. So I haven't painted anything, just started to building some models, arrange the bases and things like that. So this was my plan for 2026 to go with Ogres. But with the challenge to start with the Abyss Champions box or the Abyss half of the 2-player set, it's really thinking about to just get that one going instead of the Ogres, because I'm not going to buy the Ogre Champions box for now. Because I like others more, because I also will get the Zerkali one and then the Salamander one. So not going for the Ogres at the moment. But I'm not sure.
No, that's the great thing. You got a little time, and but I've got the Abyss painted up. I don't kind of like the way I did it, but it's done, and and I painted it in the same colors as my Abyssal Ambush army. So they definitely can combine. So it's given me more of a mix there. So I'm excited about that. So and you bring up a good point. You can use your ambush models, or use your champions models in ambush or full Kings of War. So, not that you see troops running around too much, but you see them in ambush. And so, which is very nice because troops are, usually auxiliary, but they count as core troops in ambush. So, which is nice.
Yeah. So the arrangement for the slow grow is a really nice thing, and I hope a lot of people participate and either 4 Kings of War or take it as a challenge to paint 4 champions boxes or 2 small Kings of War armies. I think that's a good way to do it as well, like 2 champions boxes and then increase them up to 1,000 points. Would be a nice challenge as well if you just want to stay with ambush. And yeah, I'm thinking about
nothing wrong with having 2,000 point ambush armies. So
yeah,
that's a good thing to have. It's a good recruiting tool. Ronnie always says we need more players. So
yeah, stay small and play more is a valid option out there.
Absolutely. So, do you have anything else up for the news?
I think then, just let me check my notes. I think we got everything for the Champions news, at least so far.
Well, I'm going to
Just
break
one
into
thing.
I'm going to break into the newsletter if you've got that done. But go ahead.
Just one thing I wanted to mention before. It's like it's about the prices, which are part of the news, obviously, because the Champions boxes are about 50 euros at the moment. The Salamander Sprint on Demand is more expensive. It's, I think, 60 euros. Just let me check the
Yeah, it's
website.
50 pounds and
Yeah.
$75. I know that.
So
I
the
didn't check the
regular
euro
boxes
price.
are 52 euros and the Salamanders box is 65, a Sprint on Demand. That's because it's all resin models, because some people just think about why, if all the other boxes are going to increase in price or not. It's just the Salamanders box because those are all resin print on demand models. So they are obviously more expensive because of the different material. Not the other boxes won't increase to 65 euros, at least as far as we know. So, or
Right.
then the next time. So just to get this also covered. And I think the individual champions are 18 euros. So let's say worth about a little bit less than half of the champions box. So if you're thinking about getting the full box, the company might be the better deal for everyone who hesitates, isn't sure out there, just likes a champion, but doesn't know if he wants the box. So might be worth to get the full box anyway.
Right. Right. You definitely take a look at that because the champions, I've got the numbers in pounds in my head here. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, they're ranging up to what, 12 pound 50 to 15 pound, I think. So, um, yeah, I mean, and you take a look at a regular set and it's 42 pound 50. So, you think 15 pounds. Wow, I'm getting that plastic at a decent price. So, it's a way to go. You get your bases and everything else. So I
Yeah.
think it's still a pretty decent deal to pick up your champions box. So from that standpoint.
Right. So then we are jumping to the next topic.
Yeah, I would add in that of companies are available for pre-order now, and they are going to be shipping at the end of March. So it is certainly something for you to check out and be happy about that, and which would be very cool. And we covered that, and we covered the single miniatures. We covered that. I think that the other exciting part is that if you want right now, you can grab until March 31st a free copy of the PDF rules for champions, and you can also get the PDF for the token sheet. I think this is very exciting. It's a 25-pound value, and you can get it either in German, English, French, or Spanish, which is also very cool. So all you have to do is just run over. If you have not subscribed to the Mantic newsletter, go ahead and do that. And the digital code is in there for you to go ahead and get it out. Also, in that newsletter is a 10% off coupon code so that you can start the slow grow. So you can go in there and check that out too. And so, what do you think, Matthias? Should we give the codes out here, or should we send them to the send them to the website?
Send them to the website. I think the
There you
code is
go.
new champions. I'm currently not sure how to get the code
Oh,
on
there you go. Well, here, I'm just going to share them. Everybody should see them. So if you're going to go in there and you want to get your 10% off on the Mantic website, okay, your code is in all capital letters, slow grow start. So slow grow start in all caps, and that should get you 10% off. And then you cannot use two coupon codes or use your Mantic points on the same order. So after you buy your miniatures, go back in again, and then to buy your champions rule book for free. All right, it's new champion, all in uppercase. So your code is new champion. So just go ahead and add the rule book to your cart. Go to the coupon code, type it in, hit apply, and it'll knock off the 25 pounds or whatever your currency is and give you a big zero there and just hit buy. And it will end up in your free downloads for Mantic, and it will be there for you. And you can download, like I said, the templates and the rule book. This is fantastic. So if you were champions curious and you wanted to get in, this is the time to get in. And you can get the rules and then grab a company somewhere, jump into the slow grow, go up on Mantic, which is what I did last night, and use my coupon code so I could get some more stuff coming. So because I picked up the 2 champions boxes, and then I picked up I think the Silver Breeze Cavalry in metal. So I don't know how much longer they'll be around. So I grabbed them just to have them. So I might I've got a couple plans with them, but I'll reveal that later.
Ah, nice to know. Well, and at this point, I have some, how to say, hobby tips to add, because some people now think, yeah, what are tokens worth on a PDF? Because you have to print them out to glue them somewhere over and things like that. There, I'm not sure how it's the English name, but there are some tricks with Bosch mediums or this photo transfer mediums that you can get from the hardware store, that you apply to whatever surface you have, and together with a print out, either laser print or ink print, and then the colors going to transfer to the other surface. And I'm not sure how it's called in America or in Britain, because it's like this. It's a photo transfer medium in our region. It's available in some artist and hardware stores, and then you can grab some small plastic tokens or even wooden token or whatever you have around, and transfer the printout easily to a token without needing to cut around or glue things up. So, and there you go, and then you can have your easy make your PDF in something playable without a lot of work.
Well, that's very interesting. Maybe you could find a link to that stuff, and we can put it in the show notes or throw it into the Mantic Universe podcast Facebook page. We could throw a thread up there for this particular episode, and we can put a link in that. That sounds very interesting. Photo transfer stuff. That'd be very interesting. I picked up some plastic bingo chips that I use, and they're dry erase. So I use those to make my own tokens on the fly type of thing. So, but that's very interesting. So maybe I can try, I've got a bunch of them. So maybe I can use, test that out a little bit. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So, I mean, I would kind of refer to it in the beginning before we got into the Mantic news, but the big news is that you got your German translated version of Champions, right? So,
yeah. So everything works out to a point at the moment. So I'm eager to start now. The rule book is nice. Everything works. We have it's a nice translation. So it's yeah, I'm very happy to finally get something in local language to easy start, to play with the kids and have just something around. So the book is a lovely little translation, and also the lore reach just much better in your own language. Not that English is a problem per se, but it's like if you are going through the book late at the day after work and just want to relax, reading some stories in the background, it's just easier to do it in your native language. So, and it's also much easier to read in a physical book. Reading PDFs and things, it's always a little bit exhausting for me. So I like to sit on the couch with a book. Is much more relaxing in that regard. And so I'm happy to finally have it. And that's also why I now start thinking about the slow growth challenge, because this is like where things come together. I have received my box right when the challenge was announced, so I haven't started yet with anything. So this might be a coincidence or not, that those two things arrived at the same time.
Oh, see, there you go. Well, I'm just excited that they're doing it. And the slow grow is supposed to be working up to the summer campaign for Kings of War. I'm certainly hoping that we're going to be getting some champions action during the summer campaign. So, which would be very cool. Oh, there we go.
Correct.
Photo.
Photo. So that's the one I like, obviously made in Germany, so localized one. And there's this photo transfer medium which you can get, then you brush it on the picture or the printout you have, push that on the other surface, and then the colors transfer over. You rip that off, and then you get this nice transfer. Of course, it's mirrored, obviously, so you might
Right.
have to print them out mirrored again if you want to get the right one. But this is some easy, like, works with glass, wood, and plastics. So
That is a really cool tip. I have never thought of that before. See, so very cool. I'll have to try that and see how it turns out.
yeah. And if you find out what they are called in America, just
I'll
let
let
us
you
know.
know. I'm sure I'll type that into Amazon and it'll be at my doorstep in 2 minutes. I mean, the Amazon's unreal. So, but yeah, I think that'd be very, very cool. I'm definitely going to have to give that a try. So, and speaking of campaigns, Colin, I have, brought him over to the dark side of the force for champions, and we are going to be doing a little home campaign we're going to try out. So we cobbled some rules together that we're going to try out, and if they're any good, we'll let people know. So, but we're thinking about doing that. We were supposed to start last week, but he got really sick. So, and he's just recovering this weekend. So we probably won't get to it till next weekend, but we're going to be working on that. We're finalizing up kind of like the structure of our rules and stuff like that. So we're putting this a little company sheet together and everything. So if it works out and it's okay, we'll share. So, but very cool. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to getting him a little more involved in champions. So from that standpoint.
Right, that sounds exciting. So everyone has big plans for 2026 already. So let's see how long they last and when they first clash with reality. But yeah,
There you go.
we keep you guys all informed to how our personal hobby projects are going over the year, maybe with some updated I think we can do for those who watch on YouTube, sneak in some pictures of our developments and then progresses. Maybe we get, I'm not sure if Dave, our editor, already thought about doing the video option on Spotify. So depending on how the year went, we may get also some video updates there. Otherwise, we obviously just share links with the pictures and things and keep you guys informed and also motivated to, let's say, not your hosts doing their part to grow the hobby.
There you go. Sounds good. Speaking of Dave, I think we have episode we're going to be recording with him based on lore sometime coming up, and I think we're going to do some lore for champions as well coming your way. So you can look forward to that in the future.
Yeah. So always check out the Punny Lore episodes with Dave. He's talking, if you're interested in lore, obviously. If you're not interested in lore and just about the models, keep following the champions episodes. Otherwise, the lore episodes are always great to listen to. And I really like his coverage of the lore and when he digs into or dives deep into the world of Panifor. So in covering the champions and also the obvious connections deep into the lore, because the champions are part of a bigger stories and everyone is already exciting about how the summer campaign's coming up. We know there's something. We now have the invasion book out. We know what's going on roughly in the world, but not a lot about the campaign itself. We just know that our heroes from Champions are involved and to some point. So let's see what exciting news be coming up with the next episode.
Yep, it'll be very interesting. Speaking of exciting news, I'll end on this. Ronnie was on another podcast or video chat or something like that, and he mentioned that for sure. Now, this is Ronnie speaking, so grain of salt time, but that the champions rules and cards and stuff are coming to the companion. And I think that's kind of interesting. I am so used to using my sheet as opposed to the cards. So I think that that might be something that's interesting, that I can, hand a sheet to somebody so they don't have to fumble around with the cards and stuff. But now I think the cards are cool. Don't get me wrong, especially for putting tokens on and stuff. But it might be interesting. I'm kind of looking forward to it. And then it gives you another chance if you're going to go ahead and just buy the champions individually. You can kit it out with your own models that you have, and you're up and playing champions, so which is not too bad. So but
Yeah,
I figure a year out, it's time to widen the net. So
obviously. So this is for everyone who thinks started with Kings of War and then needs some little game to relax or play if they don't want to do the big one. Obviously, a good choice to have the rules as a printout as well. And also for those who don't like the cards. I know I like the cards. I have loved them to have them next to the units and things like that to put token on to keep track of things. But those who prefer print out a small list or do their own things, this is obviously a big advantage. So let's see how things going in future with the companion and what else Ronnie has surprises for us ready. And the big question now is, we have some speculation on, because Ronnie hinted that in the next campaign book for Kings of War, the main lead faction is Nature. So obviously, Nature doesn't have a lot of plastic boxes at the moment. They got I think the general plastics were the Naiads and Salamanders, which got shifted and replaced with herd units in 4th edition. So what do we expect for a possible Champions box coming? Like a herd box, a elemental box, something else? What do you think?
Well, we'll see. We know Nature is coming up first, and Ronnie mentioned in last year's Adepticon interview that he was in that, we were going to be getting a champions box for the new plastic army that's coming out. So we know that that's supposed to be happening. I don't know. I mean, could we be getting more than say 2 this year? Possible. I mean, just looking at the math. So,
yeah,
could we get a Nature and a herd and get a double release? That would be interesting. Be very interesting to see what happens. So, I don't know. For some reason, I think Basileia is in this upcoming one. We know Nature's the lead, and that's about it right now. You can guess from there, but definitely. And Ronnie said, like I just mentioned, we're getting a champions company for those new plastics. So
yeah,
every time there's a big release like that. So look forward to Nature coming to a.
So we know definitely that the Nature company is coming. We just don't know what's inside for now, and depending on what new plastics we get. So this is also some exciting to look forward to the next campaign and how the story progresses. Maybe we get some hints from Kings of War along the way on what the releases are, because how to say, some hints. Ronnie also mentioned last year that all units in Kings of War will get model support. That means also that everything that's now in the 4th edition rulebook that doesn't have a dedicated model, or got the models because there were old medals removed from the store, will get something new along the line with the further releases. So, and there are herd units in the Nature list in the rulebook. So we will definitely get some herd models. The big question now, are they plastic? Are they resin? I think they're going to be plastic if it's the lead army. And what will end from them in the Champions box?
Yeah, you'll get 2
we
or
will
3
get
sprues.
Yeah.
I think you'll get 2 to 3 sprues for every lead army, at least.
I mean,
and
are you thinking about we get
sprues.
plastic centaurs or plastic minotaurs?
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Oh.
Plastic centaurs would be awesome. They really would be. So,
crossing fingers.
Absolutely. Well, it's exciting. And then you go to the next one. Plastic elves and dwarfs are coming. They're coming. You don't know when they're coming, but they're coming. So, that in and of itself is exciting.
And obviously in which style. So yeah, this is going to be a nice year in 2026, not just for Kings of War, but also for Champions. So we get our speculation of maybe we get more releases than expected, but we definitely get some nice plastics and companies in there with new heroes and new exciting stories. So guys, keep around. As soon as we know anything in detail, you will hear from us with further news, with our hobby progress. And any other questions you want to have answered, just write in the comments on YouTube and Spotify, visit our Discord. And thanks for listening to this not so short start to 2026 episode. And
But
wherever you're
exciting.
listening, exciting. So wherever you're listening, have a good morning, day, or night, and goodbye.
Take care, all.